Hi guys, happy Tuesday everyone. For today's video, I'm gonna share with you my second update for my No Pan Left Behind challenge. And I am so happy to say that I have actually I've hit my goals, and I will be proceeding to new palettes. Okay, so let me start with the palette that's currently oldest in this challenge. So wait. So the oldest one that I currently have in this challenge is this BH Cosmetics Zoya palette. And in my previous update, I think I have not used 3 shades, and I have I think this Gemini pair and this black matte from Aries black matte, and I have actually used these 3 in March, so I will be rolling out this palette. And then if you don't know, I have this rule, all of the palettes that are rolled in my Pando's eyeshadows, they will be automatically joining this challenge. So for March, I have 5 palettes that have joined my Pando's eyeshadows, but this palette is a repeat, so I have not actually touched this palette for the whole month of March, except for this one. This is the shade Shadow Spiced. This is one of the shadows that was included in my Pando's eyeshadows for March color story, and I have used this. Wait, I have used this 17 times last month. So I have already finished using all of the shadows in February. Then I've hit my goal. So yeah, I will be rolling out this palette in this challenge. And now I have like 3 more palettes that 4 that were included in my wait, I'm being confused. In my Pando's eyeshadows for March, so we will start with this what's this? A detail Egyptian desert palette. So I was working on this shade. As you can see, I have a hit pen on this, and all of these shadows, I have used them at least once. I actually made graphs for all of the palettes that I have, and each time I am using a shadow from a certain palette, I am actually color coding it, like putting colors, like coloring the graphs that I made. And then I have also put some numbers so I can actually determine how many times I have used a certain shadow. And this one, I have actually used this shade yesterday, this one, and I have forgotten to put color, but I have used all of this at least once. So let me give you the number. So we will start with this one. So this shadow, I have used this 3 times, mainly as my inner corner shade. And this one, I've used this once to highlight my brow bone. I've used this once. Oh my god, I'm just gonna use my finger. I use this once as a crease shade, and then this I've used twice. This one I've used once. This one I think. Wait, where's my? I've used 12 times, and then this matte green I've used twice, and then this I've also used twice, and then this shimmer red I've used once. This one too I have used once. This shimmer shade I've used twice. I mainly used this I think on my inner corners, and then this one I've hit pen on this very long time ago. It's an organic pen. I've used this once, and then this matte kind of a orangey brown shade I've used 3 times, mainly on my outer corners to blend out this part, my eyes. So the next palette is this Beauty Glazed Smoky Eyeshadow Disc. Last month I was working on this shadow, this matte white shadow, but I don't want to be stressed panning a boring matte white. So I just used this 10 times and I rolled this one out. But I have used all of the shades in this palette at least once. And let me show you my drawing for this one. So as you can see, I have used all of the shadows. I've used this matte with the glitters ones, this matte pale gray ones, this matte blue gray shade 3 times, this gray shimmer ones, this like kind of like smoky purple matte 3 times. It is matte, really dark gray. It's not really black, it's really dark gray. 2 times, this taupe shade 1 time, and then this kind of like a metallic purple once. So this palette will also be rolling out in this challenge. Okay, so the last, next palette that I was working on last month for my those eyeshadows is this Zeesea Crystal Skull palette. Okay, so this is the palette. This is my graph. As you can see, there are 2 shades that are missing with no color. So these are the 2 shadows. These are pressed glitters, and I have decided not to use pressed glitters in my No Pan Left Behind challenge because I don't like pressed glitter. So yeah, those are excluded in this challenge. Okay, so I was working on this pink shimmer shade last month, and I hit pan on this, I think around 13 uses. Okay, so I have used all of this shadows once, all of this once, except for this 2, and then this shadow 1 time. Yeah. Okay, so this palette will also be rolling out in this project, in this challenge. I mean, it's not really a project, it's just a challenge to use all of the shadows in all of your palette. That I was working on my Penthouse eyeshadows last month is this Focallure Everchanging palette. So I was working on this shadow and I have used this 14 times before hitting pan on this. But this palette will stay on my Pando's eyeshadows because I have rolled in this shadow on my latest update, which is up now. You can watch it. It's on my latest videos. Since I have used all of the shadows in this palette at least once, this palette will be rolling out also in this challenge, but it will stay on my Pando's eyeshadow. So this is the graph. As you can see, it's all colored. So let's go with this one by one. So the first four that you see, I have used them at least once. And then this shadow, this red matte, I've used this twice, I think, on my crease. And then this two, I have used once. And then these three, I have used once. And then this matte orange shade, I've used twice. This matte purple, I've used once. This I've used 3 times. I've used this mini on my lid shade. And then this matte dark brown once. So as I have said, this palette will be rolled out in this challenge, but it will stay on my Pando's eyeshadow. And then I have also this rule that per round, as long as I have hit my goal, I will be randomly selecting a palette, and then I will be also handpicking one palette. Mostly one of my new palettes that I have not used yet to join this challenge. So I will first start with the randomly selected palette. So this is the Focallure Perth palette, and this is her. It's a warm rainbowy kind of color story. I have actually used all of the shades. Yeah, I forgot to put a color coding on one of the shades, but I have not used this pressed glitter, but I have used this one. I just forgot to color code because sometimes I forgot. I am not the most organized person. Okay, so this matte peach shade I've used once. This shimmer white shade I've used 12 times or maybe 13. If you have noticed in my shorts, I was using this shadow mainly to do my inner corners, and I have actually that in my inner corners today because it's a pretty white shimmer that just brightens my inner corner. And then this shadow I've used 3 times. This matte, no, shimmer green I've used. Oh no, sorry. This is the one I've used 3 times. This one time, and then this shimmer blue I've used twice. This matte, these two mattes I've used once. As I have said, I used this one once. Also, this one I haven't used because it's a pressed glitter and I don't really care for it. And then there's a shimmer purple shade. I've used this twice. This shimmer, like a baby blue shade, I've used this twice. And then this two, I've used once. This matte, I've used twice. And then this, it's a shifty, like brown, blue, green, kind of like a glitter topper. I've used 5 times, and it's actually a bonus pan, as you can see. I made pan on this because I have been reaching for this shadow a lot, and I am so happy to have another hit pan on my eyeshadow palette. The last palette, this is the one I have handpicked last month. This is the Shadella Reverse Emotions palette, and it's a blue, purple, gray kind of color story. And as you can see also in my shorts, I have been reaching for this palette a lot, and I have been doing a lot of blue based looks because I've been obsessed with kind of like peachy warm shades than blues as my eyeshadow looks. Okay, so let me wait. So this is her drawing. As you can see, I've used all of the shadows. Okay, so this pale matte blue I've used once. This matte violet I've used once. This shimmery violet I've used twice, and then this metallic blue with purple flip I've used twice, and then this matte navy blue I've used twice. This matte brown I've used. Wait, cannot read. Oh yeah, I've used once, and then this shimmery pale blue I've used twice. Then this two I've used once, and then this matte violet I've used twice. Correction, this is actually matte gray, not matte violet. Okay, so this palette will also be rolling out in this challenge, and I was so happy to be obsessed with this last month. Okay, so now I will be rolling in randomly a new palette, and then I will be selecting also a palette. Randomly selected palette is this IMAGIC High Heels Eyeshadow Palette, and I have actually did a deep dive with this palette last month. I will just put the link somewhere in the screen. So this is the color story, and I think this will be really, really perfect for the summertime here in the Philippines. And as you can see, this is heavily inspired by the Melt Gemini palette, and I have clearly stated in my duping video that this is not a straight up dupe. The colors are different. It's just that it's heavily inspired by the Gemini color story. So yeah, and then to pair with that palette, I have selected this Go-Go Tales Starry Sky palette. I have also did a swatching video of this palette, which I will also link somewhere in the screen. So this is the color story. It's mainly greens and smoky browns. I just wish that there's more blues in this palette. This one is a blue, but it has this blue gold shift going on, so it's not really a proper blue. But yeah, I'm so excited to also use this. To go through very, very quickly because my phone is already overheating. These are the palettes that I roll in my Pentos eyeshadows for this month. So this is the Beauty Glaze Brownie Chocolate palette. So this palette is heavily inspired by the Huda Beauty Rich Obsessions Rich palette. Yeah, and I'm working currently on this shadow. And then this is the You Can Be Rose palette. This is a grace mauve kind of color story. And then this is the Narimi Deadwood eyeshadow palette. It's another smoky, grungy kind of palette, and I am currently working on this shadow. And then lastly is the Moira Magic Dreaming palette. It's a pastels, like colorful pastels with neutral. So it's like a really, really nice day to night kind of a color story, and I'm currently working on this shadow. And I don't know if you can see, I have used these two shadows currently on my Aegis. Okay, so this will be the palettes that I will be working on this month, and I know that I will be enjoying this month because the set of palettes for the month are really, like, the palettes themselves are really exciting. So yeah, I'm excited to do looks this month. And the last portion of this video would have to be the makeup looks, like that I did for the month of March, and I'll just do it in like slideshow kind of presentation because you have already seen how I did those looks in my shorts, in my videos, so I don't want to be redundant with that. So yeah, I'm just gonna show you them really quickly as well, and I'm just gonna end the video with that. And thank you so much for stopping by, for watching this video, and if you are interested in what I do, maybe consider subscribing and sharing my videos to your friends if you also love makeup content. Again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a nice day and stay safe. Bye!